This is our community spotlight, and I'm Angie. Today I have with me Jean-Paul Tiendrebiego. Did I say it right?
Got it, Angie. You got it. You got
Been a
it.
while, but I'm a little rusty, but I got it. You
Just
are
like
with,
just like saying Virtusi.
yeah, you're with Kingdom Investment, and I went on a mission trip with you to Burkina Faso, which is your home country,
That is
a
right.
couple of years ago. And I wanted to let the audience know about what's going on in Burkina Faso and how can we be praying for the folks over there.
Mhm. Well, Angie, thank you for the opportunity and the privilege once again to be on your show. I am a fan of your show and what you do. Every chance I get, I'm on the road or traveling. Listen, I'm turning it on, and I always enjoy the interview and the great work that you and the team over there are doing. Uh, as you know, Burkina Faso is a third world African nation located in the western part of Africa. And for the past 4 years, Burkina Faso has been dealing with security concern in the country and also in the region. We have had to postpone some mission trip because of security concern in that parts of the world. And so they were dealing with that. And then on top of that, here come COVID-19. And so it is a different world. They are responding with whatever they have at their own capacity, but it's a different world. They don't have a stimulus package or care package or all the other things that we have here. They don't have the testing kits. Uh, it's a struggle on top of a crisis that already existed long before this. So we are there and looking for creative, strategic way to serve and demonstrate the love of Jesus in time like this.
Yeah, that's got to be so hard because you can't get in there. And I think people don't realize how the communities are set up. So, can you talk a little bit about why it's so dangerous over there for them?
Well, right now people are having to make a choice between dying from taking risk from COVID-19 prevention measure taken by the government versus going out every day to fend for the daily need. Do I go out and struggle for my water, or do I stay in my home without water? How do I go about doing the basic activities that I got to do to earn a dime or penny to survive uh, versus being locked down uh, by government recommendations and not know where my food is going to come from. They do not have the luxury to go to Walmart, if I could use that, or any shopping and stock up essential needs for days or weeks. That's not the world. So these people are living day by day. It is a daily survival, and so they constantly have to go out and look for ways to find their daily necessities. The government, and as I already alluded, they just absolutely do not have the testing kits. Most of us, we could at least still having some type of community through media like Zoom. Churches are having at least live services in some way over there. They just don't have that. And so it's a complete different world on how they are coping, adjusting to dealing with this crisis.
So, I know that you have people there that are part of your ministry. What are they doing right now?
Yeah, so in time like this, absolutely like everybody else here and there and all around the world, we are listening to the recommendations that comes from be it the World Health Organization or government and others that are providing some constructive information that we need to take heed to. So we are in tune with that, and yet at the same time looking for ways to serve. How we do we roll out our sleeves and demonstrate the love and the compassion of Jesus in a time like crisis uh, that we can show to the community. So what we are doing, we already have some established relationship with churches all over the country, and so we are utilizing those relationships that we have had for years, and uh, looking for a way that we can come alongside them to at least serve in simple, tangible way to demonstrate that, you know what, we are in this together and we're going to get through this together. So some of the things that we have done and continue to do is providing churches, mosque, uh, government building, public hand washing stations. Those are established public uh, location where people can simply come and wash their hands. We are also doing soap distributions, just buying soap and providing them to people in those communities. Again, those are simple things, but when you think about buying a soap or water, it's a big deal for people over there. So we're providing those type of things. Uh, we're providing people with sanitizers, essential sanitizer to uh, keep your hands clean. And we also providing and doing some distribution with masks, where simply people can keep themselves safe and others. Those are the simple things that we are doing to demonstrate and show the love of Jesus in key community that we have relationship with. And of course, on top of all of those things, we praying and mobilize the churches and pastors over there to have some small group gathering to pray for their own communities.
I know that part of what you do is provide microloans so that
Sure.
people can start businesses. You have a whole group of widows who depend on these businesses. Are they having to shut down right now? And what's being done to help them through this tough time?
Yeah, in time like this, Angie, we have developed some strategic mechanism to minimize the risk. So somebody who's has a small bicycle repair shop, you know, they can't shut down. Somebody that is selling charcoal or firewoods or just selling shoes or clothing, well, they can't shut down. So what the government has done over there in Burkina Faso, they have imposed a night curfew. So from uh, 5 a.m. to 7 p.m., people are able to go about their daily routine. But from 7 p.m. to 5 a.m., there's a night curfew that has been imposed by the government. So everybody got to stay in. Uh, the government has cut the flow of traveling and people moving from one location to another town or city, so to speak. So if you happen to be in whatever community you are, you can still have some type of daily routine from 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. You just would not be able to travel to the next town. They cut the flow to keep people involved in specific communities or cities to minimize the risk as much as possible, while at the same time, we just cannot have a complete lockdown like here in Belfast or Ohio or the USA. We just cannot have that because it's a daily survival that people are going about. So people are still able to do some of those activities, much limited, because they're not able to travel at a much distance as they used to do.
So the businesses have to stay open, basically.
The businesses have to stay open. People have to do what they can now. If you used to go into the market where people will gather, uh, it's kind of like shopping centers. Those are closed. So you have to take your product, your items, or your business, and look for a way to do that on a one-to-one basis, non-gathering mechanism to keep it moving. uh, you just would not be able to have access to a market community. So you have to work more creatively with your clientele to get your goods and services moving in a non-concentrated uh, area, if that
Okay,
makes
so yeah, that makes sense to me because I've seen it. So let me ask you this. What are you doing, Kingdom Investment? Are you able to distribute food or help people out financially? How can we support your ministry to help the folks in Burkina Faso?
well, definitely, as I already alluded, part of what we are doing is providing public hand washing stations. Those are made, that comes in different form. Some are made in metal, some are made in plasticware items that we buy and put them in key area around the community, be it like in the mosque, be it at a church, be it in a Catholic building, or key strategic location where people have access uh, to hand washings. We do soap distribution, as I already alluded, as well as sanitizers and ongoing masks. Those are items, at least, that we feel we can do and give to minimize the risk as much as possible. People, we can easily assume that people can do those type of things, but it's a matter of choosing: do I go and buy my daily food that I need, or buy a soap to wash my hands? Which one do I do? So people are having to choose that. And of course, what you know, people will choose to buy, to save that money to buy the lunch or breakfast or whatever, just because they just don't have the means. So that is what Kingdom Investment is doing. We have a fund drive right now, COVID-19 Kingdom Investment Response. It's a 5,000 fund drive that we currently have. And uh, all the donation that comes from that, we literally buy those essential need over there in Burkina Faso and go about the distributions in community where we don't need to reinvent the wheel. We already have relationship, churches ready, and that is a big blessing and a show that we are standing with them in a time of crisis like this.
It's all very good information. So if anybody wants to give to this fund to help these
Sure.
folks in Burkina Faso, how can they do that?
Well, first of all, they can go to kingdominvestment.org, Kingdom Investment, no S, at investment.org. Just look for the Kingdom Investment COVID-19 response. You will see the information that I just shared with you all. And at the bottom of that, there's a donation button. You can click on that. It will take you and you make your donation. We track that, and 100% of that simply goes to COVID-19 emergency response in time like this.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for taking the time with me this morning and sharing with us, you know, exactly what's going on out there in Burkina Faso. I just love those folks, and you know, I can, now that I've seen it, I can definitely feel it more for them. I know what they're going through. I know what they have to go through every day. And yes, survival is the name of the game, and it always has been. Now it's just increased. So thanks
That's
for
right.
taking some time for me this morning.
Thank you for having me, Angie. Appreciate it.